What is going on, you guys? Riley on Gemmy Inflatable Fans 98, and I got a really cool review for you guys today. This is the Gemmy 2019 8.5 foot Santa Band inflatable. This particular design was sold at Home Depot this year. I believe the retail was around $180 plus tax, obviously. I ended up getting this guy 50% off. The only reason I didn't wait till 75% off was, first of all, I didn't think it was going to last that long, and second of all, I had a bunch of gift cards I had gotten from family members and friends and stuff for Christmas to Home Depot, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's really the only reason I spent, I think it was like around $90 for this, because again, I had a bunch of gift cards to spend anyway. So yeah, and again, I didn't think it was going to be there, even though I went to a Home Depot today to look to see what they had, and they had a ton of these bands. I was kind of disappointed that I paid more than I should have for it, but it is what it is. Now, this one's pretty cool. I actually don't own a band, and I believe this is the first band they came out with in a few years, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But the penguin's supposed to move back and forth, and it plays music, and there's obviously a little light show that goes with it. So pretty cool. I have seen it in person in like just a video. Obviously, I think the reason that Home Depot, and I think I mentioned this in a previous video, I think the reason that Home Depot doesn't sell a lot of their inflatables is just due to the fact that they don't put their inflatables on display. The majority of them, the ones that are put on display, usually sell pretty quick, and usually never, or whatever, just sell pretty quick in general, I guess, what I'm trying to say. But the ones that aren't on display, such as the band here, they usually don't sell very well, and I think that's a mistake that Home Depot kind of has to fix, if you kind of know what I'm saying. But anyway, guys, I'm going to pause the video here. I'm going to take it out of the box, and we'll inflate it, so I'll be right back. Alrighty, guys, so it's all taken out of the box here, and actually, the cool thing is, when I was taking this stuff out of the box, it does come with a little controller here, which I will probably lose very quick, so that's a little downside for me because I'm very bad at keeping things together, but I'm going to try my best to do that anyway. And I'm also a little scared that this thing's going to start blaring when I turn it on. It's pretty late at night, so I'm praying that it doesn't start going off when I plug it in, and I don't know how loud this thing is, so. Okay, and it's already going off, so again, one second. Alrighty, guys, sorry about that. I had to turn the music off for a second, but there is a music box there, and it doesn't seem like the controller really works. Maybe it doesn't have a battery in it. I don't know. But it doesn't seem to work right now. Maybe there's no battery in it. But here it is with all the lights on. Again, I'm not a fan of LED lights, but for this one, I don't mind it. It has a base fan. That's the one reason I really don't care for LED lights, is just the fact that most of them don't have the base fans, and the fact that this has a base fan and it has LED lights. I'm fine with it. But again, this thing's really loud, and again, it's pretty late at night here. So I'm gonna turn the sound box on again. And as you can see on the sound box, there's literally just two buttons here. One of them has like a volume sound thing, or a volume looking icon to it, and the other one has like a music icon. So I think the more you press the button on it, the lower the sound gets, but I think the more you the more you press the button, it goes louder, and then it goes down to the lowest volume. I think that's how it works. And like I said, I'm just trying to press the button of the controller, but it doesn't seem to work. But there's definitely plenty of songs. I'm not going to go through all the songs just because, again, it's late, it's loud, but it's definitely really cool. And like you see, the penguin moves back and forth. I'm actually really excited to use this one this year. I really am. This thing's really cool. It's the first light show inflatable I pretty much owned. Other than the, if you don't count the organ or the cemetery arch. But here, let me actually Like I said, this button right here changes the song, I believe. So, let's see. Okay, so it seems like there's only 3 songs to it. And my bad again, I'm not really getting a good view of this while I was switching through the songs, but it seems like there was only like 3 songs, I believe, maybe 4, if I'm not mistaken. But when it's not, the songs aren't playing, whatever, you can see all the lights are just kind of lit up, static, obviously, as you can tell. And the one thing I do like about this one, again, I've never owned one of the older light show inflatables, but I do know they always have those like really big clunky speakers that go in like behind them in the back. And from what I've heard, those things are kind of well, I wouldn't say faulty, but they do break. And obviously now as they're getting older and stuff, they're more prone to break easier. So I do kind of like how they implemented just a smaller sound box to it, which again will probably be the same thing in the future. They'll probably break eventually, but you know, at least from experience for me, you know, all the ones I own with the sound boxes like that, they usually do pretty well, at least so far. So don't want to jinx it, but I honestly like the fact that like they kept it a little more compact, little like with the little speaker rather than the big clunky speaker in the back. Again, the box, as you saw in the beginning of the video, it's not very big. So again, that's another plus. Not a huge box, but I guess maybe it will be a little hard to get it back in the box when I put it away, but we'll see. So anyway, guys, Riley on Gemmy Inflatable Fans 98. Like and subscribe.